Hey there. What if the change you're expecting right now is not a one-time moment, but a longer season? What if things doesn't settle right away? What if the goal of life isn't to be stabilized quickly? What if the goal isn't for life stability quickly, but your faith to deepen steadily? What if it makes you to pause? For this week's Pearl wrap-up for the month of February, it's staying anchored when change continues. If this makes you pause, this episode is for you. Let's get into it. Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Pearls of Wisdom. I'm your host, Ebony Charday, and this week we're doing something special. This is the 4th episode of this month for February, but we're also doing our monthly Pearl wrap. So that means we're not just finishing a book, we're finishing a season of reflection of trusting God through change. This month, as we walked through the Who Moved My Cheese, great book, by the way, if you ever want to read something with your kids, we're going to wrap up what we walked through and our response to uncertainty. Staying anchored when change continues. Change isn't always a single event. No. Sometimes it comes in waves, highs and lows, a roller coaster, baby. And just when you adjust, everything shifts. And if we're not careful, we start looking for stability in circumstances instead of God. But stability was never meant to come from predictability. It comes from presence. Hebrews 13:8 reminds us, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. God doesn't change when everything else does. He is our anchor. What February taught us for this month. Let us gather what this month was about for us, what it gave us, what it taught us. It taught us change often arrives without warning. Familiarity can quietly keep us stuck. Obedience sometimes requires movement before clarity. And sometimes anchors keep us steady when life is continuously shifting. But here's a deeper level, or a deeper layer. Trust isn't loud. It's not dramatic. It's not even a big emotional breakthrough. Trust is practiced quietly and continuously, daily even, with our decisions. And that's where family stewardship begins. Trusting God through change isn't just spiritual, it's practical. It affects how we lead our homes, how we speak to our children, how we speak to our spouse, how we make financial decisions, how we should respond to plans that don't work or doesn't go our way, how we handle pressures as wives, as husbands, as parents and builders. If change shook you this month, that's not a weakness. That's refinement. Stewardship means asking, where did this month stretch my faith or stretch my trust? Where did I react instead of respond? Where did God quietly grow me? Because trust in God becomes the stability in your home. It becomes the legacy. So for February's Pearl to carry forward, trust grows when you move with God, even when the path feels unfamiliar. You don't have to have the full map. You don't have to have the full picture. You just need to be stayed anchored in God. Before we move into March, take 5 minutes and ask yourself, where did I see growth this month? Where did I feel resistance and I didn't want to change? What anchor will carry me into the next season? Not with pressure, but with awareness. So, it was an awesome month. But let's close out with prayer. Lord, I thank you for walking with us through this month. You saw the uncertainties, the hesitation, the quiet courage it took to trust you. Anchor every person listening in your unchanging presence. Strengthen them, their leadership in their home. Refine their heart and grow their trust. Let February's lessons become March stability. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. And this has been the February Pearl Wrap. One book, one season, and one pearl at a time. I'll see you next week.